Welcome to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries. Imagine a life where every morning feels like the first day of falling in love, where your heart races with excitement, your mind brims with boundless possibilities, and your spirit dances freely, untouched by fear or doubt. Picture a world where relationships aren't battles to be survived, but sacred journeys that elevate every cell of your being, inspiring you to create, to dream, to thrive. What if that feeling, that shimmering, exhilarating honeymoon effect, wasn't just a fleeting miracle reserved for the lucky few? What if it could be your lasting reality? Most people believe that the magic of love must inevitably fade, that passion must surrender to the monotony of routine, and that heaven on earth is a beautiful fantasy destined to slip through our fingers. But what if science, the very logic we so often see as cold and mechanical, actually reveals a far more breathtaking truth? What if, deep within the fabric of your biology, within the invisible dance of your thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions, lies the power to sustain and recreate that magic every single day? In the honeymoon effect, you are about to embark on a revolutionary journey that bridges the profound wisdom of the heart with the cutting-edge revelations of science. Dr. Bruce Lipton, a pioneer in cellular biology and a passionate advocate for human potential, opens the door to an extraordinary possibility. You are not a victim of your genetics, your past, or your environment. You are the architect of your own heaven. The secret to lasting love, joy, and fulfillment isn't hidden in some mystical realm. It's coded within you, waiting to be awakened. Through understanding the astonishing power of your subconscious mind, the electromagnetic energy of your heart, and the biology of belief, you can reclaim the wonder, connection, and ecstasy that seem to vanish all too soon. The truth is this: you were designed for love. You were made to live with your heart ablaze, your mind alive, and your soul soaring. And the honeymoon effect isn't just a beautiful phase to remember with longing. It is a blueprint for the life you were meant to live. Are you ready to discover how to turn the magic back on and keep it burning forever? Then let's begin. The honeymoon effect, Part 1. The magic behind the honeymoon phase. Chapter 1. Falling in love, a gateway to heaven on earth. Bruce Lipton opens the book with an enchanting idea. Falling in love isn't just emotional, it's biological. When two people fall in love, they enter a profound state where life feels euphoric, vibrant, effortless. Everything seems brighter, richer, more meaningful. This isn't a coincidence. It's a shift in brain chemistry. Our bodies flood with neurotransmitters like dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals, creating the blissful experiences we associate with the honeymoon phase. Lipton stresses something vital early on. The honeymoon effect is not an accident. It's the result of how we consciously interact with the world, and it can be engineered to last. He invites us to reimagine love, not as a fleeting accident, but as something we can understand scientifically and recreate intentionally. Big question he poses: if we can fall in love and feel heaven on earth once, why can't we stay there forever? What's happening inside us? And how can we harness it? The chapter concludes with a promise. The honeymoon feeling is not a fantasy or an illusion. It's a real biological state that we can choose to sustain if we learn how the subconscious mind, the body, and relationships interact. Chapter 2. The biology of belief in love. Next, Lipton lays out a crucial principle. We are not victims of our genes. Our cells respond dynamically to the signals we perceive from our environment. This means our beliefs, perceptions, and emotions shape our bodies, our health, and yes, our relationships. During the honeymoon phase, our focus is laser sharp. We see our partner as amazing because we are being present. We engage with them consciously, generously, with full emotional attention. We're not operating out of fear, habit, or programming. We are choosing joy, connection, and wonder moment by moment. Lipton points out, when you fall in love, you naturally override your old limiting subconscious programs, the ones that tell you you're unworthy, unlovable, unsafe. Love is the great override button, but here's the catch. As the newness fades and life stress creeps back in, we slip into autopilot and the subconscious programs, many of them toxic, start running the show again. We stop being fully present. We react from fear instead of love. The magic slips away. Lipton's provocative claim. If you reprogram your subconscious mind, you can stay in the honeymoon state permanently. He teases upcoming insights, how subconscious beliefs are formed, how they sabotage love without us knowing, how to change them permanently. Chapter 3. How the subconscious mind steals your honeymoon. Now, Lipton pulls back the curtain even further. He explains that the subconscious mind is 1,000,000 times more powerful than the conscious mind. It runs 95% of our lives without us even realizing it. It was programmed in early childhood, based on observing our parents and environment. Most of these programs are not designed for happiness. They are designed for survival. So even if your conscious mind says, "I want a loving, beautiful relationship," your subconscious mind might be playing tapes like, "I'm not good enough. Love is dangerous. People will leave me." And because the subconscious is so much faster and more powerful, it wins. Even when you think you're making different choices in love, subconscious fears surface as jealousy, insecurity, arguments, old wounds get triggered, self-sabotage creeps in, without you even understanding why. Lipton's central warning here. If you don't take control of your subconscious mind, it will take control of your love life and wreck the honeymoon. He ends the chapter with a cliffhanger. There are proven ways to rewrite subconscious beliefs. In the next sections, he promises to teach us how, based on science, psychology, and practical exercises. Chapter 4. The Science of Staying in Love. In this chapter, Lipton gives a hopeful message. Staying in love isn't about working harder or forcing feelings. It's about understanding the inner operating systems, your biology, your beliefs, your subconscious mind. Once you work with these forces instead of against them, you can create a lifelong honeymoon effect. He sets the stage for the next part of the book. Real transformation begins when you learn to reprogram your mind, body, and relationships to stay in that state of conscious creation. Lipton's energy throughout this section is inspiring but grounded. He's not offering wishful thinking. He's offering a manual for building heaven on earth, starting with your own brain and heart. Part 2. Reprogramming your mind for lasting love. Chapter 5. How we were programmed without our consent. Bruce Lipton now reveals something unsettling. Between birth and age 7, your brain was in a hypnotic state. This means your mind was literally like a sponge, soaking up beliefs, behaviors, and emotional patterns. Without any critical thinking or filtering, during these years you learned how relationships should feel, what you deserve in love, whether you are lovable or not, and crucially, you didn't choose these beliefs. You inherited them automatically from your environment, parents, caregivers, society. Lipton's important insight. If your parents struggled with love, trust, or communication, chances are you absorbed their struggles too, deep in your subconscious. And because your subconscious runs 95% of your behavior, these old, outdated programs are what surface during conflict, stress, and vulnerability in relationships. He emphasizes, you're not broken, you're not unlovable, you're running old programs that can be changed. Chapter 6. Why positive thinking alone doesn't work. You might be wondering, why can't I just think happy thoughts and fix this? Lipton delivers a critical reality check. The conscious mind can set goals, but the subconscious mind runs habits. Positive thinking only impacts the conscious mind, and unfortunately, that's not enough when the subconscious mind is far more powerful and faster. Think, trying to steer a speedboat with a plastic spoon? Real change requires getting deep into the subconscious, and he introduces the ways that can happen. Hypnosis, the brain's natural programmable state. Repetition, forming new habits deliberately over time. Energy psychology techniques, such as Psych-K and other modalities that speak directly to the subconscious. He teases that he'll soon dive into the most powerful tools for reprogramming. Even if you feel stuck right now, a key promise Lipton makes: you don't have to be a victim of your childhood. You can become the author of your future. Chapter 7. The Science Behind Rewiring Your Brain and Heart. Now Lipton brings in the hard science. He discusses neuroplasticity, the brain's lifelong ability to rewire itself based on experience. This means your thoughts, actions, and emotions physically reshape your brain's wiring. Even in adulthood, the most powerful state for change, presence plus emotion, when you are fully present, not running old programs, and emotionally engaged, open-hearted. You're in the ideal state too. Create new neural pathways, build new emotional habits, form new beliefs about love, self-worth, and connection. In essence, you can train your mind and body to feel and create love, just like you train muscles in a gym. Lipton introduces the idea of coherence. When your brain, heart, and emotions align harmoniously, coherence creates powerful waves of healing energy in your body. Coherence makes you naturally magnetic to positive experiences, including deeper love. He hints. In the next chapters, he'll explain how to create emotional coherence on purpose and why it's the magic formula for sustaining the honeymoon effect. Chapter 8. Escaping the invisible traps of fear and survival. Lipton tackles fear, the silent killer of the honeymoon effect. Our subconscious minds are wired for survival, not for joy. This means the default setting is fear, suspicion, and self-protection. In love, that looks like jealousy, possessiveness, shutdown, and control. The trouble: when you act from fear, you send signals of danger to your partner, and relationships spiral into conflict, coldness, or collapse. This isn't because you don't love each other, it's because your survival brain is hijacking your behavior. But there's good news. You can shift from survival mode into growth mode. You can train yourself to recognize fear patterns before they take over. You can choose connection, trust, and openness, moment by moment. Lipton explains that when you operate from love instead of fear, your entire body chemistry changes. You produce oxytocin, bonding hormone, instead of cortisol, stress hormone. Your immune system strengthens. Your heart and brain enter powerful coherence. In short, love isn't just an emotion. It's a biochemical, neurological, and energetic reality you can create consciously. Part 3. How to reprogram your mind and rekindle lasting love. Chapter 9. Moving from victimhood to creator mode. At this stage, Bruce Lipton makes a powerful shift. He challenges the idea that we are passive victims of our past. Instead, he says, you are a creator. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every belief you hold is actively shaping your world. This is not just motivational talk. It's based on quantum physics. Your energy, your personal electromagnetic field, influences the matter around you. Your subconscious mind broadcasts frequencies 24/7, attracting experiences that match its programming. Lipton's wake-up call. If you keep experiencing painful relationship patterns, it's not bad luck. It's your subconscious mind pulling in matches to your inner blueprint. But here's the good news. When you consciously rewrite that blueprint, your external world must change. Lipton makes this empowering promise. You don't have to settle. You don't have to repeat family dramas. You can create a relationship that feels safe, passionate, joyful, and deeply supportive. Chapter 10. The keys to reprogramming your subconscious. Here, Lipton dives into the how-to at last, and this is what listeners have been waiting for. He explains that there are 3 primary ways to reprogram your subconscious mind. 1. Hypnosis. Natural and induced. The first 7 years of life were spent in a natural hypnotic state, theta brainwaves. Adults can access this programmable state through guided hypnosis, meditation, or even just that drowsy, drifting state before sleep and after waking. Practical tip: use self-hypnosis or deep relaxation techniques daily to install new beliefs about love, worthiness, and connection. 2. Repetition and practice. The fake it until you make it strategy. Repetition with emotion and presence gradually installs new behaviors into the subconscious. Example Lipton gives: if you constantly act as though you are worthy of love, smiling, opening up, forgiving, being kind, eventually your brain rewires to accept this as your new truth. 3. Energy psychology. Rapid change techniques. Techniques like Psych-K, emotional freedom technique, EFT, and others can bypass the conscious mind and directly install new programs into the subconscious. These approaches combine intention, focused attention, and body-based movements to create change in minutes, rather than months or years. Lipton enthusiastically recommends exploring these methods because they're faster and often more permanent than traditional affirmations or willpower alone. The golden rule: you can't heal love problems with conscious effort alone. You must rewrite the subconscious programs where the problems live. Chapter 11. Rebuilding the honeymoon effect in everyday life. Now Lipton moves from theory into daily action. He stresses that creating lasting love is not about grand, dramatic gestures. It's about small, repeated, conscious choices. He gives examples. Start each morning with gratitude for your partner, even mentally. Practice seeing the divine spark in them, especially when you're irritated. Speak your truth with kindness instead of bottling it up. Listen with your whole heart, not just your ears. He also emphasizes that self-love is foundational. You can only give love to others in the form you give it to yourself, meaning, if you criticize yourself constantly, you'll criticize your partner too. If you nurture yourself, you'll naturally nurture your relationship. Lipton reminds us, the original honeymoon feeling wasn't a fluke. It was the natural result of being fully present, fully open-hearted, and consciously loving each other every day. And here's the kicker. You can recreate it at any time you choose. Not just when everything is perfect, but even during life's messiness. Chapter 12. The Biology of Heaven on Earth. In this chapter, Lipton paints a breathtaking vision. When two people consciously choose love over fear, again and again, their bodies produce an abundance of healing chemicals, their brains synchronize into beautiful harmonic patterns, their hearts literally beat in rhythm. This isn't just poetic, it's a scientifically measurable phenomenon. It's called cardiac coherence and neurocoupling. And even better, their energy fields merge and amplify. They become stronger, healthier, and even more creatively powerful together. Lipton calls this state heaven on earth. It's a real, biological experience, and it's available to any couple willing to do the inner work, not just in the beginning, but for a lifetime. Part 4. Living Heaven on Earth Every Day. Chapter 13. The honeymoon is a choice, not an accident. Bruce Lipton begins the final act with a powerful reframe. The magic isn't something you fall into, it's something you choose to create, moment by moment. He explains that most couples lose the honeymoon effect because they stop consciously choosing love. They let stress, old subconscious programs, and daily routines take over. They start reacting automatically, instead of responding with presence and intentionality. But here's the truth Lipton drives home. You don't lose the honeymoon because time passes. You lose it because you stop operating from the heart and start operating from autopilot. Thus, staying in love is not about luck. It's about vigilant, joyful awareness. He gives a simple but profound prescription. Wake up each day and decide, today I choose love. Over and over, in every interaction, choose love over fear, curiosity over judgment, forgiveness over resentment. This isn't exhausting, it's energizing because every time you choose love, you reinforce the honeymoon effect. Chapter 14. Dealing with conflict without losing the magic. Lipton doesn't pretend real life is all roses. He acknowledges that conflict, misunderstandings, and challenges are inevitable. But here's the core difference. In the honeymoon effect state, conflict becomes an opportunity, not a threat. How? Stay conscious. Before reacting, breathe. Notice the emotional charge. Stay curious. Instead of attacking or withdrawing, ask, what fear or hurt is behind this reaction? Stay committed. Remind yourself, the relationship is more important than being right. Lipton stresses that conflict doesn't destroy love. It's how you handle conflict that either deepens or damages intimacy. He even suggests creating rituals after fights, hugging for a full minute, reaffirming your commitment out loud, making amends quickly, rather than letting resentment fester. Relationships don't end because of fights. They end because couples stop repairing and reconnecting. Chapter 15: Extending the Honeymoon Effect Beyond Romance. In a stunning turn, Lipton expands the honeymoon effect beyond just couples. He suggests, what if we brought the same energy of presence, gratitude, and love into all our relationships, with our families, our friends, our coworkers, even strangers? He insists that the honeymoon effect is a state of consciousness, not just a private romance. Imagine a world where teachers see the divine potential in every student. Leaders lead from love, not fear. Strangers greet each other with curiosity instead of suspicion. Lipton believes that the global problems we face, wars, injustice, environmental destruction, are rooted in fear-based subconscious programs. When enough individuals reprogram themselves for love, society itself will transform. The honeymoon effect isn't just about personal happiness, it's about healing the world. Chapter 16: Your Mission: Be a Honeymoon Effect Ambassador. Finally, Bruce Lipton leaves readers and listeners with a bold invitation: become an ambassador for the honeymoon effect. Live it, model it, teach it through your actions. He reminds us that energy is contagious. When you live in the honeymoon effect, others will feel it. Your joy will uplift your workplace. Your compassion will soften hardened hearts. Your presence will heal wounds around you without even trying. Key practices he recommends for lifelong honeymoon: living daily gratitude, especially about your partner and loved ones; regular subconscious reprogramming, hypnosis, affirmations, energy psychology; mindful communication, listening deeply, speaking kindly; radical forgiveness, yourself and others; conscious creation, choosing your state instead of reacting. Lipton's final message: you are not just a passive observer of love. You are a powerful creator of love, and when you choose love, you create heaven on earth. For yourself, for your partner, and for the world. The grand takeaway: the honeymoon effect is not some fleeting magical spell. It's a scientifically grounded reality you can learn to create and sustain every single day. It requires conscious intention, healing old programming, daily loving action, and in doing so, you don't just reclaim the bliss of young love, you become a living force for healing, joy, and evolution on the planet. Read the book to learn more. Thanks for listening to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries.